Guess who, back again? You already knew because you clicked on the video, but that was just ridiculous. But anyway, righto, I am putting this RB30, this is the one I picked up with that patrol, onto the engine stand and start stripping stuff off we don't need, work out, yeah, turbo manifold, we'll bolt that on and have a look. The turbo is there for that jackaroo out the front, so I'll do that either today or tomorrow hopefully. But a while back, to catch you up to date with this big girl, where I'm at with that. So this is previous video that you guys haven't seen, so have a look at that. That'll get you up to speed. I'm still waiting on the windscreen, and I'm going to modify the road trip a little bit because of the swap meet thing. I think we're going to go to the Devil's Tunnel. I'll explain what that is. So anyway, let's have a look at that. I'll get this on the stand and I'll see you when you've finished having a look at that. Sweet. As you guys saw from the last video with old Snapperella here, yeah, the broken stud I've still got here. Now, Paul rang and told me off about my stud removal mission, but anyway, he gave me a really good suggestion. So what I've done in the meantime, and why I haven't touched it since, is I just got onto eBay and bought heaps of different sorts of stud remover fucking things, and there's another 2 sets in the truck. But Paul, being Paul from Mad Race Engines, if you want to know who Paul is, Google Mad Mini, and it's a black Mini with a V8 in it, and he raced farm truck recently. Anyway, righto, he said, because he building engines all the time, he comes across this a lot. So what he's told me to do is get a good washer, put a washer over here, weld the washer to it, let it cool down. Then get my nut, weld the nut to it, put some good heat into it, let it cool down because it'll expand with the heat, and then it'll despand or fucking shrink again, right, which will hopefully break any of the schmegma that's holding it, and then try and back it out. So we're going to give that a go, guys. We're going to give Paul's broken bolt removal thing a go. So I'm going to find a really good heavy washer so I can put heaps of heat into it when I weld it. Yeah, and a good nut, weld it, let it cool down, and then we'll try and back it out. And if it does that, we can get these carbies on and get it cracking. So I'm excited. I know you guys probably don't care, but I'm excited. Righto, let's do this. Righto, step 1 of Paul's magic stud remover. So yeah, I'm just going to grind that a little bit flat, and then we're going to get our nut, which I've also got here somewhere and cleaned up. So I cleaned the galvanizing or the zinc off the front of that so it'd weld to it nice. And the nut, I've done the same thing. I've just got to find it. There it is there. You just thought the nuts were sitting on my chin, but they're not. There it is there. So I cleaned it up a bit, so I'm going to put that on. I'll weld it in the center and I'll give it a few around the outside. And then we'll let it cool off because I've been told to be patient. And then everyone at home, this is a group effort, have to cross their fingers. It's just fucking ridiculous. Righto, let's see what's going to happen. Righto, so the washer's on there, the nut's on there, it got red hot. So now I'll slowly pack all the welder up and put it away. That'll give me time for it to cool down. And let's do it. We'll see how we go. Righto. I've packed the welder up. I went and transferred some audio books onto a hard drive, onto a USB stick. So now, everyone get their swear words ready, because I know I've got mine ready. Okay, try and sit you guys here. Who reckons it's going to work? Ooh, there we go. That's not going to happen. There we go. Righto. To work or not to work? That is the question. Just make sure. Yep. Got to pull up. I'm going to go tightening it. Oh, she's looking like it's turning, but whether it's slipping on the thing, I don't know. Oh, Paul, you are an absolute legend. Oh, do you know all that done? Let's just snap it off flatter. Oh well, I honestly thought it was working, but we got good penetration in it and everything, and it held onto it, but yeah. I think we're drilling, guys. Oh well. It's worth a try. You know, it's another method that may or may not work in the future. So I'm going to have to drill that out now and get the easy out in there. I may even have to drill it and put a helicoil in it or something, or re-thread it. Righto. The hard yards, here we go. I've been putting off doing this for ages, right? Okay, so I've drilled a hole through there, okay, for the easy out. I can't believe how long I've been putting that off for, and it drilled so easy, it was like, yeah, anyway. I'm liking the look of these bad boys. I quite like these. So I might give one a go. I might just go out the truck and see what the other ones are that I bought and put them all together, and we'll see which one's going to work the best, I reckon. I know, so they're the other ones I got, but they sort of look like junk. At least that won't really snap off though. If it snaps off there, it might be easy to get out. But I am liking the look of these. I reckon they look good. Got a lot of bloody plastic on them, but yeah. Righto. Let's give it a bash. I think I'm going to go with this one, but I think I'm going to drill it out one more size, because it's sort of like it'll go in. Where can you see? There, it goes in a bit, but I'd like to get it in a bit further, so I might just drill it one more size up and then try that easy out, I reckon. I'll give it a go. Alright, so we're all set up and ready to wreck stuff. So here we go. Let's see what it's going to do. He's a dreading this, I am too. The worst thing that can happen is if I snap this easy off out and it ends up in there, then you got to drill out. I need hardened steel. All right, I need two hands now. So, if you can see. Righto. It's not happening. No. But one more bit of a go, and we might just drill it and tap it. No. She's as tight as the Rock of Gibraltar. We'll whack another easy out in there. At least that didn't snap. Anyway, righto. I'm going to persevere with it, and I'll show you what the end result is of me wrecking stuff. This isn't even funny anymore. I thought, oh, can't get that out, so I'll have to pull the dizzy out so I can get a better angle on the bolt with the drill to put a helicoil. So start pulling the dizzy out. Yep, snaps the bolt straight up. Like, it's not even funny anymore. Fuck. Righto. So, have you guys ever played helicoils? That's a helicoil there, so it's like a little spring thing. Right, so when you snap the bolt and it's all wrecked, and say you've tried to use an easy out and it's destroyed the hole, you drill the hole out bigger, and then you use this that tool there that goes onto that, and that screws in the hole. It gives you a tap and everything, and then you end up with a new thread that way. It's not good for head studs or anything, but for this it'll be fine. As a young kid, I would have been 11, 12 years old. XL250s, like I'd done so many freaking helicoils on that thing. The cylinder heads on them and even the cam caps would strip, and yeah, helicoils were the bane of my existence. But it was good, like I learned a lot. But yeah, so I'm going to drill that out now and try and just run a tap through it, and just try and use the tap to get any of the old bolt and that out. But if it doesn't work, then I can just drill it a little bit bigger, run that other tap through, put the helicoil in, and we're all set. So yeah. Snap. I know you're probably sick of my broken bolt by now, but what's happened now, right? So I don't really want to use the helicoil if I can get away with it. I've tried to drill it out to get the sides of it as paper thin as possible, and then I've used a little chisel and this screwdriver. You can see that there, that's the wall of the bolt, so that'll run, the old bolt runs around. So I'm just slowly trying to tap that there, like, I can't hold the camera and do it, but I'm going to tap it and then slowly just break that bolt away, and hopefully it'll leave the thread there and I can just clean out the thread. So it'd be good to leave the standard thread there if I can, but it's about to rain, so I might be off the hook. Any excuse to get out of work. Righto, so I've got my thread there. Nothing would work to get that out, so I've just drilled it out and I've just tapped the thread, and we're going to put the helicoil in. So I'll show you that bit in a second. So at least I can put it back together. What do you do? Righto, so that's got that in there. There's a little tab there. You can't go backwards or it'll snap it off, but you slowly put that into the hole, which is threaded on that thread I just done, until she's in there and level, we hope. Alright, a little bit further. Don't break on me, you bugger. What happens when you put the bolt in there, it actually makes it press up harder against the what's the name? Alright. And make sure it's at least level a bit. Okay. Should be just nice, I think. I might actually just sand across the top of that to make it flatter. Alright, we'll grab a bolt and we'll just test that thread before we push the other thing in there to break the turn-in tab off it. You can see that there's got a nice thread in it now. Okay, so that there's the same thread as the cylinder head. So we'll take that out. And then in theory that should screw into the one we just done. Better screw in there or there'll be trouble. There we go. Okay, so then that's got a thread there. Right, that's just bottomed out onto the other bit. Like, obviously we're going to have to be a little bit gentle with that when we do it, but at least we can put it together. So you'll see in the hole there, there's that little tab. See that little line going down? Comes with that, so that there's the same size in theory as that, or it should be. Unless I've grabbed the wrong one. Must have grabbed the next size up. I did. It's that one there that we need. It's that one. Okay, and that goes in there, and we just give that a whoop, and that'll drop that little pin off, and then we're set. Righto, but it's about to rain, so that's me on this thing for today. Wow. So yeah, I've got gaskets and that there for it. Just give that a clean up. We can get those twins on. So I'm gonna actually go load the truck now because I've got to go to the Gold Coast in the morning. So go and load up. But that's, mate, that's a big thing off my head. I didn't want it to go that far and have to helicoil the freaking thread, but what do you do? But at least it's usable now. I don't have to pull the head off. So cool. Righto. We're getting there, I think, I hope. Alright, last night I worked back, battery was flat, so we'll look at it now. Righto, so cleaned up the housing for the water turnout, which goes there. Well, it actually goes there, so that looks pretty sweet. Now, just on the wire wheel, how good's that look? And that's the water neck, so that looks pretty good too. Once the hose goes on there, it looks sweet. I pulled all the studs out of the L26 we got. So they're all in there now. I've just given that a bit of a, just to clean up that face. Today, had an awesome day today. Went down the Goldie with Savannah to drop off a car. Just got back, so I've got 2 brass fittings, a thermostat. So the brass fittings are for that water that goes in through there. Got hose for that and some more hose for that, wherever that's gone. There's some little hose here somewhere to replace these couple of breathers here, which was good. And I looked at a car, a 626 that's got a 13B turbo in it with gearbox and everything like that, ECU fuel system. So I'm about to message the guy now and try and do a deal. So yeah, we'll see how we go. But anyway, might grab these pipes which are sitting up here, they're the ones to go on it, the ones off that other engine. So I'm going to sit them in place now, sit the manifold on, we'll have a quick look, we'll do these extra pipes and stuff. I'm not sure if I got nuts and bolts and stuff. I might have to get them tomorrow, but it's a bit late today. But yeah, so we're moving forward, guys. We're kicking ass. We'll try and get this rotary too. Thinking about changing the name of the car from Snapper to the Datsun named Regret. I'm really regretting touching this thing at all. The these are the, remember I got the extractors, right? Yeah, they hit on the steering arms down there, they don't fit. So, we're gonna chippity chop, I think. We're gonna just get this, and we're gonna chop it here or something, I think, and then I'll move that up to there or something. Yeah. The Datsun named Regret. Regret I ever laid eyes on the frickin' thing. I hope it's worth it. It's going to be a mad road trip to Victoria. I'm looking forward to going out and visit Matt. But yeah, anyway, I'm wondering, because this come up so good, these things here, like, because this stuff come up so good in with the wire wheel, do I pull this apart? Do I just pull the carbies off, and do I just get that and tidy that up a bit? And then if I tidy that up, I've got to tidy that up. What do you reckon? Just do those manifolds, because then they'll really shining out, you know? And then I can get this thing cracking too, and then do the rocker cover. What do you reckon? Do a rocker cover? It's gonna be sweet. Or am I just putting lipstick on a pig? Yeah. But it would look good with lipstick on it, wouldn't it? It's already got a curly tail. It's making my tail curl, I can tell you that much. Righto. We're still waiting on a windscreen and everything anyway, so yeah, it's probably worth pulling that off and making it look nice. We might as well. Twins on it. And I'm thinking, instead of running, because I've got a big air cleaner that looks like that to go on it, I'm thinking we get some trumpets. Might even have some somewhere. I'll go look in the cupboard, I'll see if I can find some. Pretty happy with how this thing's coming along. Now, I've had to chop that, as you saw, off the bottom of the extractors. So, yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the ass because I can't bolt everything together. So, I've cleaned up the housings, as you saw. I pulled all this apart and cleaned this manifold up. So that looks pretty good now, pretty happy with that. I'm going to polish these tops. And I've got some trumpet air cleaners that are going to go on here instead of running the big one. The throttle linkage looks like it's going to work out alright. Now this is the original throttle linkage. There's the pole, it's just down the bottom there, that clips onto there. I've got to cut that and that off, and then that'll just work there for the throttle like the normal throttle, which is great. Rocker cover. So I just pulled the one off the other engine, which is here. So I'm going to run the wire brush over this now, and then we're going to polish the rocker cover so it looks good, and we might mask off and do some paint or something on this. I don't know, but that'll just clean that up. Once you open the bonnet, it'll look great there. That'll look clean, the air cleaners look clean. I'll clean the carbies up a bit more. I just didn't want to hit them with too much water before we start it. Got the other distributor out of the other motor, which is here, for that to go back in. Got Hadzi, a mate of mine, staying here for the next week or so. He's going to get started on the paint for the Liberty, so he's going to do that scoop and that. He's been painted for years. And we've got this Pajero, so I want to get this in the shed because I've got to start on the dash and all that sort of stuff, but I can't pull the windscreen out. I don't know whether I'm just going to sell this thing. It's just a late model Pajero. I've got to do some paint on the front here. It's got all new panels and everything that come with it. But do I just fire sale it or finish it? Like, it's perfect inside. It's a really nice car. But I'm not really that interested in it. I don't want to sit it outside because of the new bonnet and stuff like that. We're going to get this out. I don't know. Yeah, because I'd rather work on the SS, which some stuff turned up for it today, but I'm still waiting on the clutch. Yeah, but anyway, progress. The Datto's getting happening. So yeah, I'm thinking I might buy one of those little belly lifts you see at tyre shops. So that way I can clean this area up like I've wanted to for a while. Put the belly lift thing in there, and then this thing can sit on the belly lift. It'll get it up off the ground a bit to do the sills and the rust and that sort of stuff. That way it's not going to sit on the hoist and I can get other stuff done. But yeah, looks good, but I'm happy with that manifold. Starting to clean up, look good, you know, she's a beast. Yeah, that thing's been a nightmare, but anyway, it is what it is. Okay, while you were watching that, I took off the exhaust manifold, which is on the floor there. This is just the turbo I had on the shelf. so it's not the right one. Obviously it's got to be clocked, but yeah, I've got started, and I think I've bought throttle body weld-on pieces to modify the standard manifolds and stuff, but I think I'm just gonna, because time is my biggest thing, not money, so I think I'm just going to order an aftermarket plenum for this thing and a fuel rail and everything, so I can just bolt it on and move forward with it and not go to the fabricating, modifying standard VL manifolds. We'll do all them later for some of the VLs and the R31s and stuff, but for this one I think I'm just going to buy a manifold that's done with a throttle body and fuel rail and everything like that, so I can just get it done. I think that'll be my best bet. Otherwise it'll just stall, and then I'll have to find time, sit down for a day to build one, whereas if I just buy it I can bolt it on and do other work. Righto, so this thing's here. I'm still going ahead with this road trip, so it just, yeah, the council really threw a spanner in the works of the progress I was making on stuff. So this is still just here like this. So threads are done, as you saw. The exhaust, I've had to chop the bottom off it because these come out of a 240K or something. It's a different chassis, so I've got to modify the bottom of those exhausts, but it's clean, it's sort of together. I'm going to buy some trumpets that go on here, whether they scoop up or just straight along, so that's all good. I still haven't bought wheels for this thing, and I'm still waiting on the windscreen. And the modified road trip, what's going on, buddy? Just checking her out, eh? You must like this one. Back to play again, eh? Okay, so I'm going to go down to Geelong. I'm from Grovedale. I've got a lot of mates down there, a lot with some pretty tough sort of street cars and stuff. So, and mates that are right into the car scene down there. So when we go down there, I think I might take you of a tour of where I grew up. Like, I lived under a bridge like a troll with all my mates. Didn't live under there, but every day we went down to this creek, and there was a tunnel there. The tunnel systems that run under Grovedale and Geelong are pretty extensive. And yeah, I'll tell you some stories and stuff. So we'll go to the Devil's Tunnel, and yeah, make for a mad thumbnail. Road trip to the Devil's Tunnel, and when you get there it'll be a bit of a letdown. As a kid it was huge, and I'm wondering when we go there as an adult what it's going to actually be like. And yeah, there's a few stories and stuff, and I'll go see Fenno, who's probably my longest friend I've ever had. We went to kindergarten together, but I'll just lob on his doorstep. I don't speak to him very often, haven't spoken to him for years, but yeah, I'll lob there and go, come on, we're going to the Devil's Tunnel. He'll look at me like I'm some sort of dickhead, but anyway, we'll do that. So off to the Devil's Tunnel we go in the busted ass, rusted out Datsun. Righto, hope you enjoyed that. I'll keep you updated on the patrol progress. I will get stuck back into this, but now I have to finish this. I'm going to show you this, and you're going to go, why are you building this shitbox patrol, pissing about with busted ass dirty rodeos? And I've got this here that I've got to finish. This thing's mint. It's so nice. Like, you know, like, I've got this. I've just got to do a little bit of finish off work. Like, it's got all brand new bonnet and headlights, and yeah, just got to put a little bit back together. But never said I was smart. But anyway, I'm going to sell this thing because I can't have something that nice, can I? I can't have something that's like really mint and reliable and comfortable. You know, got to do it a bit rough. You know, we're men here. Busted ass crap, something nice. Yeah, anyway. Righto. I'll keep you updated, guys. I hope you're enjoying these updates and the little bit of stuff that's going on. Yeah, get this thing out, which will free up some money. I'm actually off to pick up a gearbox for that G6E, that big horsepower one in the driveway, so I'm not putting the box in, thank God, but I'm going to drop that off this week, and that'll be probably going next week, so we'll do some videos on it. He'll want me to do a little bit more to it while he's away, so yeah. Righto! Talk to you soon, dudes. See you.